All right, welcome back, you guys. The rare Saturday stream, dude. But yeah, I'm making up for some of the lack of streams during the week. But okay, so I did test a little bit more Gravetender. I don't know if I've fully figured it out yet, but I have some ideas though. Is the Nightmare run coming to YouTube? Probably eventually. It's a pretty long run. It was like 30 something hours, right? 35 hours. So that'll take some time, but yeah, it'll probably eventually come to YouTube. Yeah, that was a pretty fun run, dude. I was actually thinking I might do more. Whoops. You might see that I have Old Moonlight, but I might do more runs like that in some like hard mode, Elden Ring mods or something. Maybe we'll see. But License, how's it going, dude? Okay, so here's what I've been hooking up. So I've tested a whole bunch of different things and nothing really works, but what I did learn is that Soul Greatsword and Soul Greatsword and Old Moonlight don't knock Gravetender out of the walking animation. Or well it knocks him out of the animation, but it keeps him trapped in the corner. And I think that's probably the key. And Old Moonlight's cool. I've never really used it. It does a lot of damage, dude. But yeah, I'm not planning on spending the entire day doing Gravetender again. But who knows? Oh, and you know what? There's actually something else too that I may have figured out. But anyways, so we can use Soul Greatsword or Old Moonlight. And this thing hits like an absolute cannon, dude. But see, look, he just stays in the spot. How much does the Uncharged do? Yeah, so that seems very clean, right? You just do 2 casts, and then when he backs up and does the third, I just charge it, I guess. How's it going, Aziz? Amitai, welcome back, dude. How's it going, Osmond, as well? Wait, got your payment, so you might get DS3. Should you get it? Is it full price right now? I mean, I would get it, yeah, but I'm sure it goes on sale every once in a while. But yeah, that seems pretty good. Spell was made in early Elden Ring development. Yeah, maybe, dude. It is basically just the same, I guess. Although doesn't have quite as much range, but I don't know. I've never actually really used this spell. I realized I've used most things in the game a lot, but that sorcery not so much. Because it's from Midir, right? Or I actually don't even remember where it's from. I think it's from Midir transposition. But that will mean I'll have to change the route a little bit. Like we'll have to do Greatwood earlier if I do end up using this, but it seems like a good play. Let me just try one more time doing an actual setup that I would. I'm also going to get Grass Crest Shield so I don't have to cast a spell into the wall every time. So, probably first one charged. I do have to be a little bit careful. Oh, okay. Dude, this boss is so annoying. Maybe I wasn't close enough. Yeah, this is part of the other thing I wanted to test, actually. I think I must not have been close enough. Blast him with the... Well, Soulstream, it doesn't... Well, okay, there's a consistent way using either Soulstream or Great Soul Drags to kill him before he can do anything. But the problem is the wolves, right? Because then what happens is all the wolves are just chilling, and then I guess like I could do that where I did test that a little bit, where I killed all the wolves first and then just ran away, and then Try to blast him with soul dregs or the beam. Soul dregs is probably more consistent, but I probably don't want to go in when he's in stance.
Hey Gina, how have you been?
Backwoods, thanks for the 9-month Prime sub, dude. That's probably good for now, right? Seems all right. I just need to charge it, and then I think I need to make sure I'm close enough so that he doesn't roll. Maybe. Or does he get stuck there? Just, I don't know, just some bad pathfinding or whatever. Like this specific spot in the arena. Bug useful in Master Run? It would be very useful, yes. Yeah, I wish I'd known it when I was doing that, but yes, that would be... This would be probably the best strat for low damage at this point. Unless you're... I actually forgot there's another cheese. There's so many cheeses for this boss, right? There's a cheese where you can spawn in the fog gate without entering the boss arena by shooting the guy from back there. And then you can just STS through the wall. There's a strat where you can trigger him with an arrow from up there and then use stock dung pies to drop it on him. There are so many cheeses for this boss, dude, but yeah, if you're gonna actually do it more or less legit, sorta, then probably getting him stuck is what I would do at this point. Super ugly game. Are you talking about Dark Souls 3? I don't know if I'd agree with that. Maybe it's not the best, but it's definitely not super ugly. Why can he... Wait a second. Is this a thing where I'm not close enough, or is that just... Maybe I need to use Soul Greatsword? I must have been close enough there, right? I might have to use Soul Greatsword instead. But it doesn't do... It does like half the damage of this. Maybe... What the hell? Ah, that's so annoying. Maybe I have to do uncharged. Okay, we might have to use Soul Greatsword instead. I haven't tested this a lot, though, but Soul Greatsword, I don't think he rolls it. STS strat needs a bow with long range. I can't remember what bow you use for that. I don't think you need the black bow, though. I'm pretty sure you can just use, like, the Dragon Rider bow or something like that. Okay, let me try this with Soul Greatsword instead. Because it might just be the projectile part that he's input reading. And then in terms of things that we have to route left, I mean... We only have Friede and Greatwood and ODK left that I haven't killed on this character. And like, Frieda's pretty straightforward. I think we just use Great Soul Dregs on her. And then she tries to dodge it, but she can't. Like it's too slow moving. It works pretty nicely there. The classic ending off on Greatwood and no DK, though. Salty Fried, thanks for the 14-month Prime sub. Aussie Attack, thanks for the 23-month resub. Big Thonk, thanks for the 3-month Prime sub as well. Also, Slothlord, thanks for the 28-month resub. Thanks, dude. Yeah, surely this is it. But yeah, there's a situation where Gravetender can do the jump attack and just, instead of just walking into the wall, can just get stuck. And doesn't move, like totally bugs out. When that happens, I can just blast with Crystal Soul Spear, and it seems to work fine. I don't know how to consistently set it up, though. Is the problem. Okay, so now let's try Soul Greatsword, I guess. Like when I was testing this, I was able to just keep doing this. But I don't know what's going to happen in this part, though. I can't just do that. Ah, that's kind of annoying, dude. Because Old Moonlight does so much damage, dude. Okay, what if I do... I have another idea. If I do, Really, this is it. Coolo, thanks for the gifted sub. Thanks so much, dude. What do I not really need here? I kind of like all of this stuff. But technically, we don't need Great Soul Arrow, I guess. Well, wait a second. I don't need... I was thinking when he does his backstep, then I would just blast him with Old Moonlight, but he could definitely just roll that. So, okay. So what if I instead... do this. Freezing missed him. A good idea, actually. I would get a bit more damage, but I wasn't planning on using Freezing Mist for anything, and it's a little bit out of the way. You know what's actually a problem, though? Since I can't wield this effectively, it doesn't work for input reading. I need a mid shield that I can wield. Oh my god, this is... Because I'm pretty sure you have to be able to wield it. I don't want to two-handed either. It might be a bit too slow, but I maybe could. Okay, I'll just try to two-handed, because... Yeah. So my idea is that I do the Last Soul Greatsword and then parry to input read. And then usually when you do that, it forces the boss to run back into the wall. Oh. Okay. Go with this. It's much better getting him stuck in the wall when you don't have to cast a spell every time. So hopefully it's fast enough, dude. Yeah, this works out very nicely, though. Okay, see, this is the... One thing I have noticed is that when you break that ice thing, icicle, when he's stuck in the spot, then he does this. And now... Wait a second. Okay, let's see if I can do the other thing now. Like if I shoot him, will he get out of it? Yeah, I think... Not really, I guess. Sorta. Domo, how's it going, dude? Did that? I mean, it didn't really work. That wasn't really the right situation. But I was kind of testing a strat where trying to make that a consistent setup. Where he goes and he gets all bugged out. I feel like I've seen it enough times where it definitely has something to do with that ice. Breaking. Yeah, I probably won't end up getting Old Moonlight though. Unless, you know what, maybe there are other situations where it's good. Because it hits like an absolute cannon, dude. Still Greatsword's really good too, actually. But I'm not sure where I'd use it. Maybe it would be good on Cinder instead of using the Great Soul Arrow. Now, Slicer's range isn't good enough for this. It works, but it's not great. Okay, I guess I'm gonna try to do that again, maybe? Oh. That's not what you want. But yeah, it's so unfortunate that there aren't any invisible sorceries in this game. But yeah, one instance I've seen it is where you get him to break the icicle with his own jump attack. Like right there. But I guess it didn't work. I don't know. I have seen it happen like that before, though. I don't know why he didn't get stuck there, though. It's kind of weird. Yeah, the strat is definitely a little finicky. Getting him stuck and then Nightman's Mist. It doesn't really... Like, we want to kill him before the wolf comes down, ideally. But also, Pestilent Mist, I think he rolls it, but I'm actually not sure. Like, maybe it could work. Well, I kind of want to test what I was originally wanting to test here. Yeah, Soul Greatsword's range is so good, though. Okay, so we got him like this.
WSG Gino.
And now... We could also use Homing Soul Mass, but I think that'll knock him out. I don't think this is going to be fast enough because I can't wield the shield. Let me just try with 10 strength. I'm going to try with 10 strength. Let's see. DDW, thanks for the donation, dude. So if I hit him... he's still backstep. I really thought... Dude, I thought Old Moonlight was the strat here, dude. I really thought it was good. Yeah, I guess I can try Mist. I guess I actually haven't tried that, but definitely Storytellers, he will roll out of it with that. Yeah, on the low damage strats with this, what you do is when he's about to backstab, once he's in phase 2, like you'd backstab, and then he falls into the spot, and then you run away and input read with the parry to get him to stay in the same spot. But with spells, it doesn't really... Unless I tried with Soul Mass. That's probably, it's worth trying Soul Mass too. I'll try it. 'Cause, yeah, if he just stays in the spot, I have a bunch of time when the wolf spawns in. Probably not gonna hit. Just kidding. Yeah, one thing you could do is use STS and then get him stuck after that. That also works, but... Do the cheese plunge. On this run, I'm not going to. Normally, like, most runs I do. This one, I'm not going to. Just blast him with Crystal Soul Spear and stuff. You know, I'm going to try bringing him this way first. But yeah, I've tested this for probably several hours at this point, dude. With Sorcery. I don't really know the best way to do it. There are a lot of ways to do it, but none of them are the clear winner, I don't think. Okay. Let's buff. I wonder if I don't buff, if I could do 3 there. Might be better. Okay, so then I will... Hoping Soul Mask gets input red, but I don't think if I'm looking away... Okay, so then... You fucker, dude. Unless, you know what? Unless I can use Old Moonlight. I guess I should just try that a couple times. Let's just try it. What gets him stuck here? It's just the... Like, he jumps in the corner, and his pathfinding just doesn't let him get out. I guess. I don't know. It's a little inconsistent, but... Yeah, usually there's no reason why you can't just try it numerous times, and then, it, you know, once it works, you're good. See how it didn't break there? An interesting thing about Soul Mass. All right. I think we're very close to something good here. It's just that backstep is the problem. And with Sorcery, there doesn't seem to be a great way to deal with it. Okay, we just randomly got the thing again. And now let's see if... Other times where I've had this happen, he just sits there and tanks a bunch of Crystal Soul Spears. So let's see. Like... I wish I could consistently set this up. Oh, actually, he got out. Okay, this wouldn't be great. Yeah, maybe it's not even good anyways, dude. I guess when he does that, I should probably just knock him out of it and reset it up or something. What spell actually is the highest DPS? Well, I don't know. I mean, Crystal Soul Spear is extremely high. I don't actually know the numbers on it, but I would, if I were to guess, probably Crystal Soul Spear. Just in terms of overall DPS. I mean, Soulstream does a lot of damage too, but it's you know, it has a lot of DPS when you're casting it. But the problem is you have to recast it and it's super slow to cast. Whereas Crystal Soul Spear is pretty quick. At least with max cast speed, it is. Okay, let's try what I was gonna actually try. The only problem is he can. I know for a fact he can roll out when he does the backstep and you try to hit him with at least Crystal Soul Spear or Great Soul Dregs. He can just roll it. But maybe Old Moonlight. I don't know. Maybe it somehow works. It would be really cool to actually find a spot to use that in, though. Okay, so we got this. So maybe in this case I can just not care about it. Let's do that. Okay, nice. Perfect. Okay. So that was 1 buffed, 2 unbuffed, and it's basically the perfect HP. Now, we buff. I probably don't want him in this stance, but I'm not sure. Wait, what another... dude, another Soul Greatsword would have been close right there. But yeah, that didn't work at all. I was hoping it would work. Great Heavy Soul Arrow is nasty. I mean, decent speed. I'm not sure about decent speed, but yeah, Great Heavy Soul Arrow is basically just Soul Spear, you know? More efficient Soul Spear. In my opinion, there's not really ever a reason to even use Soul Spear in this game because Crystal Soul Spear exists. But even if you're gonna use something for Yorm, like just Great Heavy Soul Arrow is so good. No need. So yeah, on most people's routes for sorcery no hit, you would kill Logan or get the Logan scroll. What? On this one, not gonna bother. That's so funny, actually. It's so broken, dude. Inspired to do no hit runs. Elden Ring 1 based on Iron Ball run. Eric, good luck, dude. Pretty fun one. Well, it's not that Soul Spear is bad. It's just when you have Great Heavy Soul Arrow, I feel like you don't need it because Great Heavy Soul Arrow is just so much more efficient. So. Okay, so we are going to do 2 unbuffed. I'm probably not going to go past 60 intelligence on this run. So this should be pretty much correct damage. Now I'll buff. And then I'll do this. I could probably throw in a Soul Mass. That's so fucked, dude. Oh boy, this boss. The backstep into sprint attack. When it's insane, actually, dude. That was pretty insane. I guess if I try to use Mist here, how am I missing that? If I try to use... Yeah, I mean, when I try to use Poison Spores, he definitely rolls. But... I shouldn't have done that, probably. But even with Pestilent Mist, I don't know what would be the strat with it. I guess I could just cast it and then try to input read him to stay in the wall and just stay in it, I guess, for phase 2. I don't know. Dude. That's some really bad timing. Oh my god. This strat doesn't seem that good. Because that's another input read too. Whenever you hit R1, when he's in that stance, he'll just do it. Do the weapon art. Try to trade with you. This isn't gonna work, man. I mean, that's crazy that he could just do that. Dude, I don't... I really thought Soul Greatsword was gonna work, but... Because, yeah, the problem is, if he does that for phase 2... I'm basically screwed. Now, the thing with that happened there is because he went into stance, that's what got him out. Because Soul Greatsword is actually... Somehow the hit stun keeps him in it, which is kind of nice. Okay, this is done. But if he goes... That stance really messes things up. Well, the problem with the old Moonlight is that he was rolling it. I kind of thought he wouldn't roll it, but he definitely does. Man, I thought with Soul Greatsword I had something, dude. I thought that was it. Let me try Old Moonlight again. It just reshots him, right? So
each deck provides its own gifts.
I mean, maybe, like, this is crazy, but what if I look away when I start the cast? Because the first two I did that. The third one I didn't, right? The third one I was looking at him when I started up the spell. So surely. Elfman, thanks so much for the 1,000 bits, dude. I just want to move on from this boss right now, dude. But I don't have something good yet. I should check. I actually don't know what, what
Yeah.
Couch did for this fight in the sorcery routes or Flippy. I don't know what they did. Whoops, I didn't mean to use that, but I guess it works. That's not going to work. Probably check what they did. I'm guessing they just did Great Soul Drags and kind of just lined them up from far away, because there's another way to do this fight where instead of shooting the wolves to start, I go after Gravetender. I can very consistently kill him there by just standing far back and just firing off Great Soul Drags. But then the problem is the big wolf spawns in, and then all the little wolves are also attacking me at the same time. And then I don't really know what to do at that point. I did have when I was testing that strat, I did have one instance where I somehow didn't aggro the wolves at all, and I have no idea how it happened. I've never seen that. What the hell? Did I just parry or something? How'd he get out? Just magically got out. That was not what I meant to do. Combine this over with homing each time. I might be able to. I don't think it's really needed, though. Surely Old Moonlight. Ozzy, how's it going, dude? This is what I was saying. It's a little inconsistent, but, ideally it just doesn't matter because we're not on a time limit here or anything. Okay. Once again. So I'm going to look away when I cast. You didn't roll it. I should probably buff again. Look away. Imagine this is actually it, dude. I doubt it, but maybe. He hasn't rolled it so far. Also, interestingly enough, he's staying in the spot when I'm using Old Moonlight. Wow, that's such an efficient spell, dude. Holy shit. Damn. Holy shit. Oh my god, is that it, dude? That might be it. Okay, to properly test this, I'm gonna have to disable our damage. But that looks pretty good, man. Yeah, Stars of Ruin. Yeah. Yeah, we don't have quite the same variety of sorceries in this game to use, but yeah, surely it's just that I'm facing away and it's not a coincidence or anything. I would love to use, like I said, I would love to use Old Moonlight on this. Really cool spell. Soulstream is a little inconsistent, but if I did Soulstream, it'd be the same idea as just spamming Great Soul Drags, which is you get far away, you get them running towards you, and then you just start spamming the spells. I'm gonna get them stuck this time, and then I'm gonna just disable our damage. In this case, I don't really know what to do. Lost him with the Crystal Soul Spear, I guess. Well, I think I break the rock every time I roll out. I believe. Okay, disable our damage. I have hope that this is it. I'm on the hopium, dude. Okay, no damage. Let's see. Oops. He hasn't rolled it a single time yet. And now I'm going to face towards him when I start up the cast. He didn't roll it still. I don't know, man. I think it's just RNG. I think he just doesn't roll most of the time. This is why I thought it worked, because I just kept doing that earlier when I was testing a bunch of spells out, and he just didn't roll it. But maybe because I locked the HP or something. Like, I don't know. Who knows what's really happening here? That's bad. I think I lost a Sunlight Straight-Sword run that way. Locking on? Okay, so it's not the direction I'm facing, but there I wasn't locked on. I think, dude, I think it's just a thing that can happen, probably. Because I was facing away that time. But I don't think it's facing away. I don't know, was anything different that time? Other than I didn't lock on. I doubt that's why, though. Distance-based? Oh, see, I hit R1. I hit R1 right when he was in the stance, and he gets out. When you say distance-based, do you mean... But when I actually hit him, or when I started the cast up? Wait, does this do full damage at range? It almost feels like just being closer is better. Ozzy, thanks for the 75-month resub as well, dude. Thanks, man. Have people figured these things out? Well, there are two ways. Accidents and... Not accidents, I guess, right? So, I don't know. A strat like this, I'm not the one who found this. I don't know who did. But this one, I don't know. I would guess probably someone found this by accident where they were just kind of like running around the arena and then it just happened to have this situation. I'm guessing, but I don't know. But there are other strats that are found that are like, you kind of have pieces to the puzzle. I guess, for example, the half-light strat, right? Half-light strat, I knew that AI didn't get enabled when I was behind the pillars, or they couldn't aggro unless you were in the, I guess, had line of sight. And then I kind of put together to use, you know, some other things for that strat. But I don't know, it just depends. Those are kind of the two main ways, though. When I hit him at close range, I'm not shooting a projectile. Hitting with magic sword. Could be. Yeah, maybe I have to be super close, right? Maybe that's what it is. Whoa. Oh my god. Surely consistent, dude. It actually missed me, though, but I don't know if I'm going to trust that. Not sure what happened there, either. Maybe I got a little too close. You know what? The strat with miracles is going to be quite a bit easier. Because you can do a different strat. You can bring him here and then use Wrath of the Gods. And just blast him like that. Although it might work in the same way, because it does knock him down. I'm not sure what the strat with Pyro will be. I can maybe grab him from this spot or something. I don't know. We'll try again, I guess. I think being far is bad. Yeah, like being far is a problem. Basically, it doesn't work if I'm far away. It's very interesting. Dominico, how's it going, dude? Yeah, you can infinite loop Sage. The Sacred Flame. Okay, wait a second. What if I don't really think about this, but what if I do something like maybe I need to turn a little bit sooner. If I have the hits done from the Crystal Soul Mass and then the Soul Spear hits or something. Yeah, he's too good. Yeah. Wait, why did I quit out there? I'm not sure why I quit out. Yeah, it is called Sacred Flame, yeah. Sacred Flame is really cool. Molding, dude. Yeah, molding. Not malding. I'm molding because I've been here for so long. Trying to get this to work. Okay, so what I was thinking. Stand here. I'm sure you could time that right, but he just unfortunately rolls out of it. There must be some timing. This might be a little bit more complicated though. Yeah, he doesn't stay in the spot. There's a lot of damage though. It could be handy. It's kind of weird how certain attacks knock him out the spot, and then certain ones don't. That's the problem with going too close, actually, is that becomes possible. Okay, so the weapon part does hit, I guess. Doesn't do much damage, though. I think just old Moonlight. Oh, you're so annoying, dude. Yeah, the heavy flinch. Yeah, you're right. I think if I go far away enough, then even if he goes into stance, he shouldn't do the input read. I'm pretty sure. So if I'm back here, I probably, but it's gonna take me a while. It's gonna take me like 3 business days to get in range. I do it like this. This seems pretty good, right? This seems quite good. Valahiro, thanks for the... Or, how's it going, dude? I don't know what I said. You know, said I'm a millionaire, shouldn't give our primes. That's fine by me, dude. I agree with them. Go prime sub to Dino immediately, is in other words. This has got to be it. I don't know why he rolled though earlier. That's so funny, dude. It's so blatant. It's a better setup though. Before I was running all the way around, this is definitely a better way to get him back. Okay, well, I guess we'll say it's good for now, but I may want to do this boss fight pretty early in the run based on this strat. I'm not the biggest fan of it. But all right. Lip, thanks for the 4-month prime sub as well. Thanks, dude. Right after saying to prime to Dino instead. Weapon arts not allowed? Weapon arts are fine. But what do you mean? If you're talking about storytellers, it just doesn't really work that well here. It's the reason I'm not using it. It can also be input read by Gravetender, so yeah, it's not like... How am I missing that shot? Maybe too high, I guess? And yeah, I guess we're not going to bring in Soul Greatsword here. I'll bring in... definitely Heavy Soul Arrow is what I want for the dogs. Okay. Hey, this is it. We're on a live run at Gravetender. Why does this happen all the time, dude? But I guess, is it... Is it fine, or... What do I do here? I guess I should bring in Soul Greatsword, because it is nice to have so much range on it. It could help us out of this situation. What I have noticed before, though, I guess it's not consistent because I've tried this a few times, but you just blast them. Okay. Yeah, it's actually annoying that it happens now. Okay. And now the stretch is ruined because he got out somehow. Oh, dude, it just doesn't work at all. Isn't that so funny, dude? You test it, you sit there, you spam him, and he's like, oh yeah, I'm just gonna stay in the corner, and then time you're actually trying to do it, he just gets out somehow. And then it's funny too, because he's just skipping his backstep into summoning the wolf too. Which if he did that, then it'd be fine. And that's kind of what I was relying on. Yeah, it could be a threshold thing, maybe, actually, yeah. It sounds right. Okay, well, anyways, here's the other strat that I was considering. I don't really know how to make it work, but basically just... It seems good. I guess I could have soul mass for these, but then it's the dogs that are the scary part of this. And dealing with the dogs plus the wolf. Like maybe I could throw a skull or something? I don't know. Even if I skull the dogs, what? I guess I'm gonna have to test this more. I'm gonna have to test this more later because I don't want to have another. We've already been here for an hour. I don't want to have a 3-hour Gravetender stream. Oh yeah, the deflection. Yeah, if you turn on the hitboxes, you'll see it. It's not as bad as the Elden Ring ones, though, at least. Yeah, this is not a good situation to be in. And so this is what I didn't know on this strat. I didn't know what to do here. That's terrible. So... Lip, thanks for the 4-month Prime sub, dude. I didn't say thanks for that already. So, I don't know. I guess the other thing... This one isn't as clean. Yeah, dear Straw. This one's not as clean, but... Let's get rid of these. I've never tried Hidden Body, but I assume it wouldn't do anything. Is to kill the wolves first, and then do that strat, but it's just not nearly as good because you can't get this much distance. For the most part. Can't really get this much distance as easily. This game does not have urine, no. It has oral decoy instead, which is basically useless. Not basically useless, it is very bad. It's a little tricky to get this free aim also. I don't have the dark ring on. That's another reason right there I'm not a big fan of the strat, is because there's nothing stopping the boss from just moving to the side, and I can't tell when that happens, right? I just can't tell at all. Ah, this is so bad. Sam, thanks so much, dude. I appreciate that. Yeah, I tried it with Soulstream. Soulstream's worse. Less consistent. Yeah, White Shadow Lure. I really don't know what else to try here, dude. It's a bunch of strats that kind of work, but aren't 100% consistent. Boulder Heave's a pyromancy, so not for this run. I'll use it on pyro, though, for sure. Let's go and boost a lot. Yeah, I don't know what to do, man. Get him stuck in the wall, do use Soul Drake, because he just rolls. He just rolls out every time. I don't know. I don't know what to do. This is no good. Like I said, though, I actually did have one time. There's one time where the wolves didn't aggro, and I have no idea how. I think it was just some weird bug thing, but I don't know if it's recreatable or not. Get him stuck to the other side of the arena and he stays stuck? Yeah, he does stay stuck, yeah. Until phase 2 happens, in that case, he'll try to backstep out. The strat with the melee build is to... I mean, I did it on Sunlight Straight Sword, I think. You input read him with a mid-shield parry, and then he'll not backstep, basically. And so, yeah, I mean, maybe I could... Okay, let's try Pestilent Mist on this one, I guess, because I still haven't tried that, I don't think. I'm not sure if he input reads it or not. I'm sure he does, but who knows? Let's just try that, and then, see. Kind of weird. I feel like Great Soul Drake should have... It appears like it should have a huge hitbox. Or a huge AoE around it or something, but it just doesn't. Maybe it'd be too broken if it did. Yeah, you can't kill the wolves, get him stuck, and then start spamming because he input reads from across the entire arena. So you can't just... So if I get him stuck here... Oh, I see. Well, yeah, I guess I did have this idea too, actually. Yeah. Oh, and he got out somehow? No idea how. Yeah, get him stuck and then run away and then do it. That might be the best strat, actually. So, I don't know how he got out right there, though. I think maybe breaking some of the icicles just messes him up. Whoa, I've never seen that. He did the sprint attack and still got stuck. Weird. Yeah, something like this. I guess I said I was going to try Mist, huh? Okay, let me try Mist before I do this. So that's what I thought. No, you know what? He probably... Well... Yeah, I guess on the first cast, he probably will roll in a random direction. After that, he should try to roll into it, though. I think, but we'll see. Yeah, the Beast Torch, if only, dude. If only. That's not what I meant. But yeah, I guess on the first one. But it still could be useful to get distance. Yeah, you can also block. That is another thing. Although, you know what? That didn't seem too bad. Didn't seem too bad. That sucks. This is where you get killed by deflection. Spells don't have damage drop off. No, they just have, like, a set range. Yeah, something like that did seem pretty good. Nice. This is actually a big part of the reason why spell builds in this game can feel much worse than melee builds, because when you're going into bosses and you're trying to use spells like Crystal Soul Spear, a lot of the time, a lot of bosses just straight up dodge it, and it's just unusable because they dodge. So even though it does a lot of damage, you need the right opening, which can be pretty rare for it. Because there aren't invisible sorceries in this game. But yeah, there is the idea, too, of getting him low first before doing the whole thing, but I don't know if we need to do that or not. Probably isn't the best place to do it.
Maybe
And there are crystals here. Or icicles here. Best game for Magic's Elden Ring? I don't know if I agree with that. I feel like Demon Souls might be better. Or DS1. Elden Ring after that, probably. And then DS2 and DS3 feel like they have probably the most balanced Magic builds, I would say. Oh, and he just... Why does he just magically get out when I do that? Kind of weird. Ragin, thanks for the 10-month resub, dude. Okay, so, all right. Soul Greatsword to start. And if he gets out, I just run around, I reset it up. It's fine. So, Soul Greatsword. Oops. 2, and then we'll do buff. Third one. Here we go. We set up the damage. And then... Where do I go to? Here? The reason I don't really like this spot is because he doesn't go straight at me there. Whoops. But... Whoops, that's not what I meant. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. The only thing is maybe I can find a better spot to start casting at him. Seems pretty good. Yeah, Demon Souls, like, I guess the thing with the Magic and DS1 and Demon Souls is that you really do not need a big setup for it. I guess that's the main thing. It's just that the values are so high on how much damage the spells do. Whereas Elden Ring, it can be, yeah, Sorcery can be insanely good. But in terms of overall balancing, I wouldn't say it's, you know, such a gigantic margin better than everything else. Whereas in DS1 and Demon Souls, arguably it is. At least, I mean, yeah. But then, yeah, Elden Ring, you need a big setup for it, you know? That's the wrong one. You need a pretty big setup for it to be strong. So... Okay, do we finally have the strat? Yeah, just and the slope of this area too isn't great, but it's worked twice now, so. Okay. So 1, 2. Then we... What? Oh, because I broke the thing, I guess? Oh my god, this is so dumb. You're not going to swipe me when I do this, right? Okay. That's okay, that's fine. Not the end of the world. Yeah, just, yeah, sometimes when that icicle breaks, when he's in the spot, he'll just bug out. I mean, he's already bugged out, but he bugs out while already bugging out. Double bugged. Okay. So our damage is set up. I mean, I guess... Yeah, we could try it from here. I'd rather be closer to the wolf, though, so I can do some damage when it falls down.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
W.
Let's try it again. The Soul Mass is nice for if he tries to get close. The Dill, thanks for the 6-month Prime sub, dude. Also, Dark, thanks for the 3-month Prime sub. Venti, thanks for the brand new Prime sub as well. Oh, shit. I thought he was going to phase 2. Anyways, I think that's it. That seems pretty good. I just need to not miss the free aims, but... since we only basically need to hit him twice... or is it 3 times? Did he blocked there, right? Or did he not? Doesn't matter. Fine. Alright, and then the last boss is Friede. Well, not actually, but... I guess no Old Moonlight, unfortunately. I kind of did want to use that.
Farewell, Ashen One.
But we're not going to. Okay, so Friede, I believe we're just going to use Great Soul Drags the whole time. Pretty simple. Unless I'm misremembering how the fight goes. Lunging his sword through the dark ball. Well, the homing soul mash should fire when he starts to get decently close. So at that point, you know, I'm looking at his health bar. If the soul mass fires and he's still alive after that, then we may have a problem. But we probably don't need this. I fought Erlang a while ago, Shammy, dude. And it's in a YouTube stream somewhere. Just, you'll have to find it, I guess, because I'm not sure which one. Okay, finally not Gravetender. I have to assume I can blast her with an opening cast here. Let's do this. This. Oh my goodness. Okay. I guess she spawns in like slightly to the right. Insane, dude. Unless she... I don't know. I'm pretty sure I was aimed right in the middle. Should have been correct. I wonder if you could even put a Pestilent Mist down. Look at this insane opening strategy. It was a little bit too far up, I guess. So how is this working? So this is why Great Soul Dredge is so good here. Because she input re-dodges it. Oh, you know what? This would be a good spot for Old Moonlight here. I get that off? Alright, probably mostly Crystal Soul Spear. Yeah, this is what I was saying about Sorcery, though. Like, you have a bit of a tough base game with Sorceries because you get Osiris and Deacons and Aldrich, all those bosses that Sorcery's bad on. But once you get to the DLC, Sorcery is really damn good. Look at that double hit as well. I had the wrong thing on there, but it's okay. I probably shouldn't cast a Vessel and Miss there. Really fast enough? There's no way that's safe. It's like I could maybe cast a Great Soul Arrow on that one or something. You do love how Soul Spear penetrates. That is an unhinged thing to say. But yes, you're right. I do as well. The piercing is big. Now, I haven't done any of the magic all boss no hit runs before Bishop, so it's actually great that I've left these because it's about time to come back and play some DS3, I think, right? I'm very happy that I left some of these runs. I didn't do it on purpose. I never got around to
Brazil. Gino less than 3.
doing them, I guess. I believe when she's idling in this phase, it probably is safe to cast. Green Wolf, how's it going, dude? Input reading's a little annoying in this phase, but because having range here is just really good, so it doesn't even matter. Why do I keep doing that? I can use this here, though. Oh. Maybe I shouldn't do that. Yeah, I probably shouldn't do that, I guess. That's not what I meant. We go. Okay, and that should be, I mean, that's basically it, right? Now we just have Greatwood and ODK to go. We're obviously completely free. I mean, there's kind of not even a point in doing them, but I guess I will.
Maybe.
You know what? Okay, wait a second. Before we move on, I kind of want to try Old Moonlight on this boss. I kind of want to try Old Moonlight because Old Moonlight hits like a cannon. And I think it'll work. So maybe we swap between Great Soul Dregs when we're at range and then Old Moonlight when I'm close. Do I do MMA or boxing? I do not. Hippo, thanks for the brand new Prime sub, by the way, dude. Also, Gabriel, thanks for the 1-year resub. Welcome back, dude. Does this save have Old Moonlight on it? Okay, we're not using Great Soul Arrow here, so. I really want to use it. It's a cool spell. Okay, something like this is what we do. Forgot to add increased spell damage when charged. Well, yeah, there are a lot of things like that that don't exist in this game. Damn. Guess I aimed a little far to the right there. So in a situation like this, Old Moonlight should... Wait, 700? Okay, wait, maybe not. How much was the Soul Dregs? Oh. I guess, yeah, maybe she is magic resistant. Okay, never mind. Not using Old Moonlight. Okay, anyway, well, guess I'll just finish the fight. Makes sense that she's magic resistant. I just don't often use magic here, so I didn't really know. Oh, that damage, dude. It's so satisfying on Demon Princes as well. When you get those double hits off. That time I missed both. Yeah, he's mad because he spilled the milk. Never spill the milk. Just play this fight kind of patiently. I say as I do that. Oh my god. I kind of thought it would have been safe there, but I'll probably do a Sage's staff buff for this. Might be a good idea. That tracking, dude. I think casting right there is good. I think that's fine, as long as I'm quick enough. But if I want to be extra safe, I would only cast when I have, like, the sure punish openings. All right, let's just go finish up ODK and stuff. And then what we'll do is we will start, not an attempt, but I still... We're going to start the first run-through, I guess. And I was really thinking of what I should do on Crystal Sage, dude. I don't know. Crazy for you to say that you like Night Rain more than Elden Ring. Yes. But, well, I mean, I guess if that's the type of game you like, then maybe not. But, I don't know. We don't really need Hidden Body. What shield will I use? I'll use Grass Crest, I think. Grass Crest is a good pickup. It's just Spook, I guess, here. Dark is definitely better on ODK, but I don't know. I don't know if I actually have a DS3 spreadsheet saved anywhere. I'm sure I used to, but can wield it? No, I can wield it when I'm two-handing. And two-handing is fine in this case. I was only thinking I needed to be able to one-hand it so that I can cast a spell and then parry to input read, but it didn't work anyway, so. Yeah, it's not crazy. I do think that very close to objectively, Elden Ring's a better game. But that being said, that doesn't mean that you have to like it more. It'd be hard to say that Night Rain is a better game than Elden Ring. But they're different categories too, so it's, I don't know. Doesn't really mean much in saying that. Also, you know what I'm probably going to do? On this route, I'm going to kill the Karthus Sandworm early. Because I think Bone Shards are... They're not... Well, I don't know. I was trying to think about if I should get them all or not. I don't think I have that boss resistance spreadsheet for DS3 anymore. Oh, here we go. Okay, Old Demon King is weakest to dark, but I guess, assuming this is correct, magic is also kind of fine. You just need to not use fire. You like roguelikes? Yeah, I do as well. Personally, I don't think Night Rain was the best executed rogue light game. There's a lot to be desired. And I was talking about that a bit the other day. Some of the things that I would have liked more Night Rain, but I think the game's still fun though. I do like the game, but... Oh, okay. But I could imagine many ways that it could be better. Whereas with Elden Ring, I could like, there are a few minor things maybe, but for the most part, everything's pretty good. Like, the only things I don't like in Elden Ring are pretty much me problems. You know? Like, there are some bad design with certain bosses, such as Boreals and stuff, but for the most part, it's really good. There isn't really too much. I don't have a huge list of things that would be drastic improvements to the game, whereas with Night Rain, I do, I guess. That makes sense. Can you shoot him without him aggroing? Oh. Poor ODK. You know, it wouldn't be crazy to fight ODK earlier in the run, actually. With maybe Great Heavy Soul Arrow or something. Well, we can look into that when I do the next run through here. I went to the wrong place. Yeah, I mean, Night Rain does have the potential with the way the gameplay is and stuff. It did have the potential to be an absolute top tier game, I think. But I think the improvements that are... They kind of need to fundamentally change how the game works. Did I just mute the game somehow? What button did I hit, dude? This is one. They would have to change too many fundamental things for it to get really good, I think. And there's no way they're going to do it with the DLC. How much items left? Basically none. Well, okay, well, I still need to test certain things out. But this is the last boss, so... Yeah, need more time in the oven, I guess, dude, yeah. For me, just the biggest... like I said, I was talking about it last stream, but the biggest miss is just the fact that so many runs feel the exact same. That's the problem. And that's a game mode where it should not be like that. Like, the whole point is that it shouldn't feel the same run to run, whereas the Souls games... The Souls games are games that should feel the same every time because it's the same game every time, right? Like, it's not randomized or anything like that. But somehow it's still more replayable, in my opinion, than Night Rain is. And so, yeah, that's the thing. Like, that's a fundamental problem, and I don't see them fixing that with the DLC or anything like that, so. Jack, thanks for the 17-month Prime sub, dude. Okay. Difference between... I'm not saying this out loud. Never showed a $100 bill to an old lady at Tim Hortons, dude. Yeah, surely. Sino, thanks for the brand new Prime sub as well. I have to imagine we just one-shot everything here, right? You know what? I could probably phase one kill him. I don't know if I made a save. I feel like I didn't. It's fine. I don't have to load anything. Let's go back in. Yes, one more replayable than Elden Ring. It depends how you look at it. Because Elden Ring has a lot more variety in the game. Tons more. But so in my opinion, Elden Ring's the most replayable Souls game, I guess. But there are numerous people who think that Elden Ring's just way too much to do every playthrough. And so because of that, they're less inclined to play it, so it makes it less replayable, which is fair, I guess. And then, yeah, so I don't know. It depends. You look at it in one of those two ways, I guess, right? And even some people were saying Sekiro they prefer replaying more than Elden Ring because, yeah, you just get right into it. You don't really have to do anything, which also is fair. I don't know what the right way to look at it would be, I guess. Bonk. I don't think we're killing him here. Are we? Dude, imagine getting a Greatwood like this. Replayability on paper is content, build variety, non-linearity. I think so too, but that's how I think about it mostly. Yeah. So for me, Elden Ring and DS2, I think especially DS2, probably, but both of those are the most replayable in my opinion. But yeah, I don't know. They just have the most amount of content and most variety of builds. DS2 specifically has... Well, I guess they have, you know, lots of variety with which paths you can take through the game as well. But no, I disagree that they're all equally replayable, though. Fucking Greatwood, dude. I must be able to kill him before he goes down. I just don't know how to do it. Yeah, there's too much replayability, so I won't replay it. Yeah. I guess that is kind of how it is. I can't believe we can't get him in before phase 2. Crazy. At the end of the day, I still like Elder Scrolls games better. I don't know about that, dude. I like them both a lot. Heard the rumor about Dark Souls 3 remastered? I heard that a while ago, but there's no way. And I don't... They should not do that. That'd be a terrible idea. Doesn't... Wait, the elbow. Go for the elbow? I don't know if I've ever done that before, actually. Killed him right as he's falling. But yeah, a remaster for this game would be such a waste of time, dude. This game's already holds up perfectly good. I wouldn't change a single thing in this with the remaster. It doesn't need better graphics. It doesn't need... I mean, okay, well, if they did that and it's like, oh, yeah, we're making it 120 FPS also, or something, or uncapped FPS, then sure, maybe, but... You know what? I wonder if I can hit the elbow right when he spawns. Oh shit, dude, I've never thought about this. Damn. This is a clean Greatwood right here. Wow, that's beautiful. Yeah, DS2 on the other hand, I think a remaster or remake for that game would be so sick, dude. You know, make the game feel more like the other Dark Souls games do, or Elden Ring. If you made Dark Souls 2 feel like Elden Ring, and I mean, that's basically it, then that would be fucking sick, dude. Oh. Maybe I should just go cast speed if because the Sage's staff makes no difference here, so. Yeah, I'm using mouse and keyboard for this. Yeah. Yeah, that's why people tell me to do mouse and keyboard no hit runs in these games or something, as if it'd be a big challenge, but I'm already pretty proficient with mouse and keyboard in these games for the most part. Especially in this game, free aiming with sorcery and spells in this game is much trickier than Elden Ring. Especially because you can't lock on nearly as far. So... beautiful. All right, well, that's it. That's the whole game. Because, yeah, we did Nameless and Gale and stuff already, so... Okay, now the thing that I'm not certain about on this run, with this route, is the early game. Also not sure about how many bone shards I should get, because I guess it would be nice to get a plus 10. I don't know. Let's just start going through it and see. And make some save files as we go, too, so that I can test. I wanted to test early Crystal Sage with poison spores. I kind of wanted to try that. So, let's see. Elia, thanks for the 3-month resub, by the way. Sorcerer? Any plans on God Run level 1? Not really. But who knows? Maybe I'll do that at some point in time. Yeah, we talking about practice, dude. Except in this case, it's the opposite because I practice a lot instead of skip practice. A bonfire near your boss room would fix DS2. I 100% agree. If there's a remake of DS2, there are a couple changes that I would be okay with / want. So other than, yeah, just, you know, updating the movement and the feel of the game. If they decided to put a bonfire in front of the King's Pet duo, for example, I would be perfectly fine with that. If they wanted to, another change that I would be okay with, if they wanted to remove agility from the game, I would also be fine with that, but if they wanted to keep it in, I would also be okay with that as well. Oh, shield's not a sorcery. Run invalidated, surely. And yeah, but bonfires in front of certain bosses, I think, would be fine. In Iron Passage as well. Just put a bonfire there, I guess, or, you know. That's part of the reason why people dislike DS2 so much is some of those running sections are so bad. And it's only, like, the only reason they are so bad, maybe not the only reason, but the main complaint of the area is that you have to do it every time you die to the boss. Yeah, fixing the jump. Yeah, that's kind of goes into what I was saying about making the game feel more like Elden Ring does. Fixing some of those problems. But no, not removing frigid outskirts. Just putting a bonfire in front of the king's pets is all that needs to be done. No, Estus speed I would keep the exact same, probably. That's pretty much it. I can't think of anything else that I would change. Other than runbacks, certain runbacks, and agility, and game overall feel. Yeah, no iframe on fog walls. You don't need it, dude. I would not like if they changed that, because I think that's a big part of the feel of DS2, or the just how the gameplay works when you're going through areas. It makes it so that you can't just gun it through the areas easily. And I yeah, and I wouldn't. I think it's nice that you have to be more methodical in that game.
Ashen.
Friede.
Change opinion on agility? No, I was never opposed to them removing it. I at least not that I can remember. I'm fine. I think I've always said basically that if they removed it, I would be okay with it. If they kept it in, I would also be okay with it, probably. But yeah, in my opinion, I think the way I play DS2, agility is fun because I can do more min-maxing for no hit, right? If I'm good at the boss, I don't need as many iframes to dodge, and so I can put more endurance or more attack or something, right? I like having that option. And I also like the added difficulty to no leveling runs with it, because you just simply have to get better at the game in more ways than just having to survive in a boss fight for a couple minutes longer, which normal SL1 in the other Souls games is. You're just doing less damage, that's it. Another idea that I think, like kind of an in-between would be... I guess I don't really have to go this way. Would be to keep agility, but make the starting classes, make the lowest possible iframes not 5, make it 9 or something like that, right? Something more reasonable. And also explain... I think having a good explanation of how agility works is very important, which they didn't have in DS2. Because that's how people end up playing the game, and then think all the hitboxes are so bad because they're rolling stuff and they have 5 iframes. Because it's not explained really anywhere properly. So yeah, I think any of those options would be good, in my opinion. But if they want the best, if some other, third-party developer is going to remake DS2, they probably should just remove it altogether if they want the best reception. Nine base iframes and agility giving less bonus iframes. Yeah, I guess it could be that. I don't know. Haven't thought about it too much.
What on earth?
We do allow staff bonks on this, by the way. Staff bonks and ashes and weapon arts are fine. Well, at least poison spore or staff weapon arts are fine. Yeah, Elden Ring remaster. Yeah, I'm holding out on that, dude. Okay, so this fight. I think we can just spam a bunch of spells here while moving backwards. Not sure how many I can do before it's unsafe. Ooh, that was a little dangerous. I'm going to test this out a little bit more here, I think. You know what I actually have found, though? I'm not sponsored by them anymore, but... So this isn't like an ad, but having these, the Hall Effect sticks has made it so much easier to frame with controller in this game. It's actually insane, dude. It's still not, it's not even as close, not even close to as good as mouse and keyboard, but... It does make it so much easier than my Xbox. That doesn't seem safe. But... Really head nod in the wall. Sturgy, thanks for the 19-month Prime sub, by the way, dude. I guess I don't know how many attacks should I do on the opening there? Is what I'm trying to determine. Oh, messed up. Let's go to Walrus. Seems like 4 is okay. 5 is maybe pushing it a little bit. Maybe you can do 5. Gotta watch out there, too, because you could potentially do the insta-charge. Is his butt's against the wall? Okay, one more time where I actually get the buff off, but I guess I can do 5. How much longer is this run compared to Twin Blades? This run will probably be at least 3 hours, I'm guessing. So it's almost double the length. I mean, we're already at 7 minutes at this point. Twin Blades would be done at probably 5 something. Runs a lot slower. But I'm not really as concerned with being ultra efficient on this either. And getting high level on sorcery builds is more important as well. And do one more big cast. It's a really good fort kill. It seems like definitely 4 is safe. We'll see about 5. If I get hit here, it doesn't matter. I'm only a couple minutes in. Meteor's resistant to all kinds of magic except the mist. Like, by magic, you mean sorcery, or... I mean, I wouldn't say he's a nightmare. We're dealing about 700 damage a hit on Midir. And it's fine. He's definitely not a nightmare on this run at all. He's a little bit slow, but it's not bad. When we get the Sunlight Spear build, it's going to look a little different when we do miracles after this. Aiming at the head in the beginning, a bad idea. I don't really think there's a point. I don't think he takes extra headshot damage. It's just on that phase change when he can get stunned by a headshot. I don't think I need this. Yeah, I'm going to do... Yeah, over the next couple weeks, I'm going to do miracles. I'm also going to do Pyro, all bosses. 3 runs I haven't done yet. Really? Did we... I can't remember... Yeah, I guess I do end up parrying Champion Gundyr. We're going to get this Estus Shard as well. Do the Avatar run. Do them all back to back. Like on the same character. Was someone doing that at one point? That sounds very familiar. Oh, yeah, Nunciate. Okay, yeah. The Avatar run, dude. Yeah, the Elden Ring was the first open world Souls game. I mean, yeah. Elden Ring technically isn't a Dark Souls game, but you know what I mean. They are semi-open world, I guess is the way to put it, because it's not broken up on by levels. But you can go anywhere you want, but it's not yeah, fully open world. Wouldn't mind killing Hodrick because he does give a couple thousand, but I don't think I will. Peanut, thanks for the 100 bits, dude. I think, yeah, I'll probably play Wu Chang at some point. I don't know when, though. I'm not sure if I'll play it right when it comes out. I guess I maybe will. I don't know yet. Open world doesn't work for FromSoft games. I think Elden Ring worked pretty well. Probably. There's no doubt there are numerous improvements, or a few small improvements that could have been made to the open world to make it more interesting. Mainly the dungeon stuff, but that's not even really the open world part, though. I think the open world part of Elden Ring was really good. Really, really good. Although maybe this is an unpopular opinion, but I think the DLC, it felt like it got worse because I feel like there were a lot more empty locations in the DLC. It just didn't have anything. And yeah, somebody made a comment about, you know, aside from Elden Ring being too big, I think, yeah, the base game's really big, but maybe I'm just a DLC hater, dude. But I think the size of the game without DLC was decent. I didn't think it was, you know, way over the top too much. I think DLC is too much, though. I'm a DLC hater, I guess. Even though I do like the DLC, but that's basically my opinion is that the DLC did lower the quality of the game, I think. Somehow. But yeah, you could just not play the DLC, I guess. course.
I think Elden Ring would have benefited from a Skyrim-like compass that marks caves as you get close.
Toaster, thanks for the 50-month resub, dude. I think maybe for more widestream appeal, it could have. I don't think it needed more widestream appeal though. Or did it super well. I personally do not like. It's not really hand holding, but I prefer less of that stuff in games for the most part. I don't like quest markers. I don't like things telling me where to go. I don't think it would have ruined the game or anything to have that, but I don't think it needed it. Another question is, when am I going to farm this guy? Where do I rank Demon Souls? I really like Demon Souls, actually. I think that the game being broken up into levels like that is kind of nice, actually. But what do you mean, where do I rank it, though? What does that mean? Compared to the other Souls games, or just as a game overall? I like it as much as the other Souls games, though, basically. Maybe a little bit less because the bosses don't hold up as well. But resting here is probably good. You liked Demon Souls more than Dark Souls 1? I think that's fair.
Well, if you what clips that in the that I am.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
You know what? Maybe I don't need Sage's Ring. Because we're going to get the Bellvine anyways. Yeah, I probably don't. Okay, but then what do I do instead? What route makes sense here? My first Souls game was Dark Souls 3, so this one, and I played it in 2017. It was the first one I played. Just trying to think of what makes sense here. And this is also okay. I made a save file. Let's go back. Actually, you know what? There's no one gonna have enough. I kind of wanted to get Farron Flash Sword. Okay, wait, I'm gonna try something crazy. I'm gonna go farm STS now and see how this looks. Kind of sucks to farm this early in the run, but my idea is I'm gonna farm now and then I'm gonna use it on Crystal Sage. Actually, I guess I will have enough int for it. Oh, I don't have Slumbering Ring here though. do kind of like slumbering because then this guy doesn't
I'll give you the best
do anything.
shot
I'd have to slow walk in that case. Wonder where my last save is before this point. It's probably Vort. Yeah, I think it was at Vort. Okay, so what I'm thinking is right when we get to the halfway fortress here, we farm Storytellers, and then I pick up Orbeck on the way to if I just cast from here, actually. I'd have to level up for this point too. That if I was actually gonna do it this way. Just because I would want to use Dark Sign. I guess the other problem is I'm supposed to buy up a bunch of spells though.
Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels, manifestations of disparity, elucidated by fire, burrow deep within me, retreating to a darkness beyond the reach of flame. Let them assume a new master, inhabiting.
I guess I'll just try this. I have a save file anyways if I want to come back.
Upon new forms. Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels.
Do I get all intelligence here?
Farewell, Ashen One.
You know what? No, I should definitely get at least one more spell slot. Celier, thanks for the... I said that wrong for sure. Celier, thanks for the 3-month Prime sub. Also, CW, thanks for the brand new Prime sub as well. Shiba Lesby, if you... Or next, if you complete all Soulsborne. Yeah, I guess so. If you're looking to play another Souls-like game. It's probably the best one. I still haven't played the DLC yet, though. Could also upgrade, I guess, but... I mean, I also could just run back every time. It's not that far away. Maybe we need to time it. Because this would be kind of a nice soul farm, too. I really don't... I don't think it's any slower to run back, at least in terms of real time. So... I guess this way as well, I wouldn't have to do that. I wouldn't have to level up, I don't think. You like the way DS redid sorceries? Don't make fighting the boss irrelevant? What do you mean by that? Fighting the boss? I like how it does the progression of sorcery as well, actually. I don't like how he's falling down sometimes. The drop chance is 4% on this. So yeah, it's not great. It's not terrible. 4% isn't that bad. Yeah, I am farming for STS. We're gonna use it on Deacons. I think it's worth it. Deacons is a huge headache without it. And then we can also use it on Gale and not many other places though, actually, that I'm gonna use it, but mostly for Deacons. STS's Storyteller staff, it's a staff that has a very good weapon art on it that does poison. The only thing that's kind of concerning me about doing it this way is that if he drops something, I may not be able to see it. Currently no hits taken. Now, well, I don't think I've gotten hit, but I've loaded save files and stuff. This isn't a legit attempt at this. No, it's definitely not 0.5. It's 4%. It is most definitely 4%. You know, another thing that I like the idea of doing for no hit, and when I did all achievements no hit, in hindsight, I should have done this instead of doing the all legit farming, because that's what I did for DSRL achievements. I farmed everything, all the Covenant items, and it took me 12 hours or something. I like the idea of increasing the drop rates, but not making it 100%. So, you know, for farming the Covenant items, I should have made the drop rates just higher to save time, because there's, just so that I'm not wasting time. We're still getting the essence of farming, but not to a point where it's 12 hours or 10 hours of tediousness, right? So if I made all the Covenant items a 20% chance to drop or something, or even I even considered 100% chance in that case, because you still have to kill 30 Silver Knights and stuff, but wow, this is not going so well. I guess the longer it takes, the more money I get, though. I'm going to farm it later with Mimic Head and... No, I mean, I wouldn't use the Mimic Head anyways, because Mimic Head is also RNG in this game. I'd probably use Sage's Rapier. If I actually was going to farm it later, then yeah, Coin plus Sage's Rapier is a good combo. But... what? I can't remember the button to... I remember how to quit out on a keyboard very well. You like that once you get to DLC, there's definitely better spells and incants, but you much prefer when the progression of spells feels worth it. Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, 100% I agree with that. Yeah, 100%. Yeah, it's nice. It's nice having spell progression like you do in this game.
Cataradio, 1 year pog.
We're gonna tell from far away that you drop something. Well, when he drops it, you'll see the white item. Lecter, thanks for the 1-year Prime sub. Welcome back, dude. Any reason FPS capped? It's because in this game, when you uncap FPS, weird things happen. And the main thing is that when you run into a wall, then you start sprinting at a slower speed, which is bad. Like, I don't want that happening, so. Have time to see when he falls down. Yeah, I should really figure out how to not have him fall down, because he could drop it and just fall down, and I can't get the item. Maybe from here? No, in Elden Ring, 120 FPS is fine. How many times have we killed him, dude? This is some bad RNG here. Highly possible that he's dropped it and he just fell down. I think the most I've had to farm this is, I think I once did it probably 80 times and I didn't get the drop, which is extremely unlucky. Usually it's around 30 or so, or 20 or 30. It's actually funny. Last time I did this, I got a first try, and so I'm getting the bad luck after that. Maybe that's the way to get him to not fall. Yeah, maybe what I will do for this, instead of doing 100% drop rate, is make it like 20% or something. It is a thing I can do. But I guess the one thing I don't like about doing that is it kind of makes the farming items irrelevant, you know? So maybe there's a correct balance of that, right? Maybe 10%. Because 10% is still pretty slow and would be sped up a lot by Symbol of Avarice and coins. But it's not to a point where I'm going to have to kill a guy 50 times to get an item, probably, right? Wait, Eagle Shield. Does he... Eagle shield, is that... Are you thinking of the right thing? This is definitely a way to do it, though. Heavy soul arrow plus 2 soul arrows. He doesn't fall down. This is also a practice run, so I don't know why I'm doing this, but... We have 12,000 souls. But yeah, there's the golden hawk shield or whatever it's called, but I don't think it... Does it increase your drop rate? I don't think so. The Sage, so there's the Sage's Crystal Staff. That gives you, I believe, 50 item discovery. The rusted gold coin is also 50. The real gold coin is 100. Symbol of Avarice is what, 100? I forget. It's quite a lot, Symbol of Avarice. And I think that's it, right? No, the shield by the sandworm is more souls. I think, yeah, maybe what I'll do is increase this to 10%. Instead of 4%. So we'll have more than double the chance. That way, if I get coins, that'll still be a nice boost. Because the way item discovery works is... this is a multiplier on the drop rate, right? So we're actually getting a bit more than 4%. The base chance is 4%, but it's multiplied by 1.12. So when you get, you know, Sage's Rapier going, then you're getting an extra 0.5 multiplier added on top. And yeah, when you stack everything together, that's when, you know, you start actually getting reasonable drop rate stuff. Why am I doing this? I don't know. I'm too deep in to stop now. This is dumb. I'm just gonna, you know what? I'm gonna load. I'm not gonna level up because I don't think I'm gonna actually level up for this. If I'm not using Dark Sign, I don't need to level up. So try without leveling. Yeah, that time was it, dude. Yeah. Of course. So this is with no additional levels this time. I may have to use the staff buff to... No, it's the exact same. Yeah, I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm just gonna kill him. Let's just kill him 5 times, and then I'll... I do also kind of want a 100% drop rate in this case, because I want to see what happens when I go to pick it up. And the guy's right there. I'm starting to read that the guy actually drops item. Well... This is certainly not the first time I've farmed this on runs, so this is a very common farm to do on no hit in this game at this point because it's really good on half-light. And on low damage runs, it's probably the best item in the whole game, even. Because the poison it does is very strong, so... Okay, does this tool have 100% drop rate? I mean, surely. I don't actually see it anywhere, though. Oh, there, here it is. Okay. See, so that's what I was waiting for. See how you can see the white item? I'm just gonna do it one more time just to see the timing of this. Always disliked farming in Souls games. I've never really understood the point of it. So this time, he didn't turn. I just want to see how he reacts, because if he aggroes on the drop, that's very bad. So there's probably a spot I can stand. Whoops. So here he aggroes. What can I do here? We just kill him? Dr. Zeus, how's it going, dude? I'm just trying to figure out the spot to cast from. Seems like maybe right on this stone. The fact that I'm waiting, it's kind of changing it a bit. So we get the staff. Go back here. And then what we would do is run the Sage. And we're going to fight Sage with this, I guess, is the plan. Any tips for farming vertebrae shackles offline? You have to just farm. Like, I don't... You can go watch my all achievements no hit run in this game to see how I did it. But, you know what? I want to go this way. Actually, Storytellers also might be better. Okay, it's the same. There's no point in using 2 stabs then. Yeah, you just gotta farm it. I think I used Crystal Soul Spear as the main spell for it, like Soul Mass. I actually can't really remember though. Guy in front's a problem. I can kill first. I guess so, but then it would add so much time to the farm too, right? That's a problem. Okay, let's go see how Crystal Sage works. +0 with Sorcery, but we have Storytellers. enjoy finding strats more than the runs themselves. Yeah, I like writing more than doing the runs, probably. All right, so what we're going to do now... Poison. Is this... I can't exactly remember how this strat works, but it's something like this. Now we're in phase 2. We got the poison off. And now I believe... we simply sip. I do not remember the last time I did this strat. I don't know if I've ever used this, but here we are. Probably because there haven't been runs that I've done this low damage on Sage before. Even doing level 1 plus 0 is better than this somehow. So yeah, no big crystal reading strat on this one. Why is poison on percentage? It is, I think. I forget exactly the calculation. Storytellers has a better version of poison. But, oh shit, it's not enough damage. Ooh, okay, well, that's a problem. I was kind of missing a lot of damage there, too, actually. But yeah, Sage doesn't have a high health pool, so... But yeah, on a boss like Gale, Storytellers does, I think, almost 80 a tick or something like that. It's like 70-something, maybe. You know, one thing I haven't thought about, actually. Whoa, what? Is what if I get... Please stop this. What if I wait for Soul Mass? I wonder if that I could do anything with that. I'd probably... I mean, waiting for Soul Mass sucks, but... Probably rather just use Fair and Flash Sword or something. Okay, there it is. I'm gonna get blasted, but... I guess does it just fire anyways? I don't know. I was going to lost my mind. Yeah, the airburst attack is terrible because it's got... Does the hitbox as it's falling down, but then it also hits the ground and then has a splash. So it's not great to iframe. Was boss bad? I would call it pretty bad, yeah. I actually do wonder how much our staff bonk does. Like, maybe I should just do that. Okay, just kidding. Oh, see, and this is another problem because the boss is going to immediately teleport again. And when the boss teleports, the poison stops. So when I tested this before, it worked fine, actually. Also, now I don't know. And yeah, I used Flash Sword last time, but I think this would be safer if I can get it to work, though. But yeah, this is I don't think this is gonna be enough damage, but and yeah, that would really I think that's probably the reason I've never used this strat is because you don't have enough damage, then you're kind of just screwed. Bloody Bastard, thanks for the 39-month resub. Prime sub, thanks so much, dude.
Gino.
Yep, not even close. Huh. Insane. I don't know what to do. I guess I shouldn't do this. I thought it was gonna work, but I'd have to get the Flash Sword first. I guess is fine. I just wanted to be a bit more efficient by killing or getting this guy on the way to Sage instead of having to run back. But how could I make it work, though? Yeah, upgrading the staff would do a little bit. Mostly leveling up would be better. If I wanted to level up for this, I guess. But if you mean the poison or something, no. I'm kind of missing a whole punish worth of damage there, it seems. Insane boss, dude. All right. This should work because now we're not getting another teleport. This should work. Can I increase the game speed? I think I can. Wait, is it working? Oh, yeah, it's working. But it's still ticking at the same rate? Kind of weird. This should work, I think. This should be good. Unless me speeding up the game messed it up. But what did I do differently? I guess I just... We got one more or I instead of running away for that teleport, I just went in. There it is. Okay, let me try it again. See, this is a very safe strategy. It's safer than the Fair and Flash Sword strat. That's why I kind of wanted to do it. Because there's, with the Flash Sword strat and just finding the Sage spawn locations, there's a rare thing that can happen where you get a stun on the boss, you know, 5 times in a row or something, and then the boss doesn't teleport. And the whole strat relies on the Crystal Sage immediately teleporting when in phase 2 so that you don't get hit by the clones. And unfortunately, there's just no solution to that, as far as I'm aware. So. Nice shot. Okay, so is this a phase 1 teleport? It is. Now we STS. Okay, and I think that's it. Okay, I think we're good. Surely. Lucky, have a good night, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so if we're actually going to do this, I should probably change my notes a little bit. So we're not going to get Sage's Ring.
Maybe I'll give you the best nut ever.
Hollow, thanks for the 31-month resub. Thanks so much, dude. This might seem really slow, and it is, but even compared to Fair and Flash Sword, I don't think Flash Sword was much faster than this. And this is just safer, so. Yeah, certainly a boss. This is a boss in the game. Okay, so now we just go back here and then we kind of just continue as normal, I guess. We are saving one shrine trip, I believe, with this. It's not that big of a deal, but I'll probably get the Grass Crest shield here. No Sage's Ring. I just don't think we really need it. Also almost made you rage quit first playthrough, like Crystal Sage did? I mean, yeah, I guess if you're fighting her with super low damage, I guess it would be pretty bad. Lore behind Best Not Ever. Well, it was from another streamer said that to me at one point, and that's it. Simply, that's it. And I thought it was funny. Did he give me it? No. Surely no. I'll have to remember to do that to up the drop rate. I don't want to 100% drop rate it. I think I'll make it a 10 to 15%. In that way, the farming items, you know, if I can find a coin, it would still be useful. Or maybe 20% even. I'm trying to remember where coins are. I actually can't really remember, dude. I should get a coin for that, though. Even at 20%, getting the extra 50 or extra 0.5. Pretty good. Why can't I remember any coins, though? I think because I always just bought coins instead. Wait, someone's asked me to do PvP, dude. The last guy who did not end so well for them. Of course. I think they asked me thinking that I wasn't actually gonna do it, and then I was like, you know what? Sure. I forget exactly what happened. Oh, whoops. And they didn't think I was gonna do it, and then I ended up beating them with a +0 weapon. Surely I will do that again. Electric, have a good one, dude. Thanks for hanging out. Okay, so I think I'm gonna get this bone shard. Which is a little bit slow, but two is. Oh. I wasn't sure if just 2 soul arrows would be enough. It's not even close, dude. This right here is why this run's gonna be 3 hours. Because we don't do things that fast. I mean, you could just run in here and grab it, but there's a chance you get smoked. So maybe we'll just do it that way. Have we uninstalled the game? No, the guy was actually a pretty good sport about it. I'm sure there's a clip somewhere, but. But yeah, I guess there's just, I've done probably at least 1,500 hours of PvP in this game, of, you know, meta pontiff and like actual try-hard PvP. And it's a little bit different than, you know, just a casual invader. But yeah, they weren't like mad about it or anything. I don't think we need anything here.
Ashen One, be sure.
Oh my god. Oh, it's not. Apple.
Do what?
I guess there's not. I wonder if there's a better way to do this where I pick up the rest of the Titanite shards before coming here. Let me test this out, actually. How many times I've died in DS3 first time? Dude, I have no idea. I wouldn't even have a guess, honestly. Okay, I guess I'm gonna try something. Wait, how many? No, I could just use a skull, dude. Yeah, I don't need hidden body for this part. So I guess we get golden scroll, and then I finish off the rest of the fires. I think I can use a skull. Yeah, I guess I have a couple bone shards I haven't used. I'll probably do it all at once, though, later. Yeah, you know what? PvP in this game is actually pretty fun. I was actually looking forward to doing PvP in Elden Ring, but I think it just sucks, man. Unfortunately. I don't like it nearly as much. Maybe it doesn't suck. Arguably, every Souls PvP sucks. But Elden Ring really... I tried to get into it a little bit at the start, but it didn't... I don't know, it's not the same. Yeah, this seems good. And now, after this, we would go back +3. Apparently, I'm supposed to get to 23 int, but probably be higher since I killed Sage already. And then we get... Hidden body.
Ash.
Did what?
Maybe I'll give you the best nut.
Pretty.
Baba, thanks for the 3-month Prime sub, dude.
Well,
I appreciate that. +3, probably 19 attunement here.
manifestations of disparity, elucidated by fire, burrow deep within me, retreating to a darkness beyond.
Just 25 is the next slot, right?
Let them assume a new master.
24?
Inhabiting ash, casting themselves upon new forms. Let these souls withdrawn from their vessels.
Is that overkill?
Manifestations of disparity, elucidated.
What am I at? Okay, for deacons,
Burrow deep within me, retreating to a darkness.
we need to, you know what? We need to get to 30 intelligence, I realize. I'm realizing. Okay, wait a sec. I don't know how this works. So, for deacons, we use Pestilent Mist, which we need 30 intelligence for.
Manifestations
But where am I getting...
elucidated by fire, burrow deep within me, retreating to a darkness beyond the reach of flame. Let them assume a new master.
I'm not sure how this works, actually. When I was testing deacons, did I actually get to 30 int? I probably didn't. I'd have to do Abyss Watchers first. Get the money. Stream 4K. I stream 4K on YouTube.
Retreating to a darkness beyond the reach of flame. Let them assume a new master. Inhabiting ash. Farewell, Ashni.
Also realizing that upgrading for deacons actually does nothing as well. Like, we probably go do them +0. We do need the scroll, though. What is happening in the chat right now, dude? Thor, how's it going, dude? I'm just trying to think of what to do here, because 30 int is missed, which I already have. But then, I don't know how many spell slots I need. At least we need... probably 3? I guess it's fine, so we could do that.
Well,
Oh, dude, the 2020... Dude, you remember... yeah, remember Cloudy? I don't think we have that command anymore, but the guy who was 10,002 or something in PvP in this game? Absolute legend. I actually totally forgot about that guy. This is giving me Cloudy vibes. What is your record mass, dude? What's your PvP dueling record? I'm curious. Is it 10,002 by any chance?
souls withdrawn from their vessels, manifestations of disparity, elucidated by fire.
Okay, you know what? This actually works, I think.
Retreating to a darkness
This does work.
beyond the reach of flame.
So just stick with 18 attunement for now.
Let them assume a new master, inhabiting ash, casting themselves upon
18
new
attunement.
forms. Let these souls
But yeah, maybe, like, should I actually go do +3 deacons?
manifestations
And do the DLC writing section later?
elucidated by fire, burrow deep within me, retreating to a darkness beyond the reach of flame. Let them assume a new master.
I just need a... Did I sell stuff? Only need one more level. It's 3K. don't think I need any black fire bombs for any reason. You can also sell these 2 starting spells. Never gonna use this. Don't need that.
Ashen.
This is so close to working out properly. But I don't... I need one more level. I must be able to just go pick something up somewhere. Some soul. Anyways, let's go to Cathedral. I don't really know what to do. Yeah, because if I hit 18 attunement and 30 int, then I can just go straight to Deacons here. We don't actually do any straight up damage to them. We use Poison and then we use Pestilent Mist, both of which are unaffected by our stats. Didn't know you could improve the Estus flask until you beat the final boss? Dude, that's crazy, actually. Wait, were you... But you had numerous flasks, though, right? Did you have 15 flasks or something? I'm not planning on getting Arena on this, no. Need more Homeward Bones, too. That's pretty insane, dude. That's brutal. So you had to heal 8 times to get to full health, probably. You know what? If I killed Hodrick at the start of the run, then that would give me enough, probably. Also depends how long we have to farm Storytellers. Yeah, or it can just do the Ashes of Ariandel run through. But I don't... Okay, I'm rethinking this entire route, dude. I'm gonna have to think about this more. Because, yeah, we can do early Deacons. That's fine. I don't think there's a point in doing the Ariandel run through early in this because we don't really need those large shards that badly. And if I'm going to go underground and get the bone shard from the Hearth's magma worm, then we can get large shards down there instead. With maybe an early ODK. You actually leveled up resistance in your first DS1 playthrough. Dang. I wonder, I'd be so curious what your reaction was after you beat the final boss and then realized, it's like, oh shit, I could have had these huge heals. We're just gonna go +3 Watchers. Like, that's perfectly fine. I could also just do Watchers first, and then I don't even have to think about this. Okay. Watchers first. Yeah. But then wait, why am I doing why am I doing Sage so early then? I don't know. There really isn't a point in doing Sage early. in this case. I don't really get anything. Okay, so what I'm actually going to do then is +3 watchers and then oh, well, I mean, so we can get ore back and then just run back later, I guess, to Sage. That's not really a big deal. I guess that was kind of the reason why I was doing it this way. Anyways, it might end for today, you guys. I feel like I need to totally redo this now, because this isn't right. Yeah. Anyways, thanks for hanging out today, guys. Surely I'll do that guy later. Take to get arena for Saints Ring? No, it's not that. No. Saints Ring is really quick to get, actually, but... You know, I guess that could work. It would be slower doing it that way. I don't know, man. Yeah, actual 3 hours, Andy, dude. But next week, surely the streams will be back to, like, normal 5 to 8 hour length or something. Or maybe... Yeah, I mean, I did some 8 hours last week, surely. But yeah, maybe I'll try to be on tomorrow morning. I'm not sure if I will be, though. But if I'm not, surely next stream will be ready to go get the run. It's just some early game stuff that I have to figure out. Because all the strats seem really good. This route should be very consistent. It's just this early game, there are a number of ways to do it, and I'm not really sure what's the best. I guess, right? So anyways, let's raid someone really quick, and then yeah, I'll have to think about this more, dude. Let's raid Bender. Bender's doing Vort's Great Hammer no hit in this game, which is I did that a while ago, I think. Honestly, insane weapon. Vort's is kind of seen as a noob weapon a little bit, but just because it's the first transposition weapon you can get, I guess, with Hollow Slayer, but it's so good, dude. Really fun to do a run with. But yeah, go ahead to Bender, you guys. I'm going to think about this more. I guess I should just do +3 watchers, right? With no Sage Ring? No Sage Ring's fine. I don't know. Anyways, go ahead to Bender, and I'll see you guys next stream.